Hello my crafty friends, it's Marie from Marie's Vermont Creations, and today I cleaned my craft room and sorted through some very old Stampin' Up! Products, so I thought I would make a card with them today. So I have the Delightful Dozen and the Timeless Textures. These are both red rubber stamp sets. So I'm taking the mat out of my Mini Misty and I'm going to put in some of this navy cardstock. And I took the Happy Birthday sentiment. It says, "You're how old? Happy birthday. Don't forget to make a wish. Hope it's fabulous. Eat cake. And blow out your candles." So I'm taking and prepping this cardstock with an anti-static powder tool. And then I'm inking it up with Versamark ink. And I will press this down to get a good impression. I do have to press it a second time. I didn't ink it back up, but the Y in birthday didn't quite give me as good an impression, so I didn't want to put the embossing powder on before I made sure that that was showing up. So then I'm going to put some Brutus Monroe Alabaster White embossing powder all over this. I will take a dry paintbrush because I had some sort of little fuzzy that was on the T in birthday, between the T and the H, and I just needed to take a paintbrush to get that off. And then off screen I did sprinkle on some more embossing powder, and then I will heat set that off screen until it's all smooth and melted. So I'm just flicking off the extra, putting it back into the box because heaven forbid knows I will knock it over. So here I just had, I thought it was just embossing powder that was stuck, but it was like a little fuzzy. So I took care of that, and it's all heated, and I'm just cooling it off a little bit, and then gonna take off that excess powder because it definitely shows up more on dark cardstock. So then I have another color of blue from the same paper pack that I got from, I think this one was from Walmart. And I'm just going to take some adhesive and run it around this corner because I'm just going to meet it up with where the sentiment is. I do run out of this tape runner. And then I tried my ATG gun and that got all mucked up. So I put it down with the amount of adhesive that I have, and then I will take some liquid adhesive to adhere down that very edge before I continue on. But first I'm going to take my large Tim Holtz scissors and trim off the extra of all of this light blue paper. These are lighter weight paper, so this isn't really heavy stuff. You could use heavier cardstock if you wanted to. And so then once I get that all trimmed up, I'm going to take, like I said, and put that adhesive on. And so this is another masculine card. My last video was a masculine card, so I thought I would try to do a few of those because I know some people had expressed that they have a hard time coming up with ideas for masculine cards. So I thought I would do, the blue colors, stick with the navy, light blue, and then I did a bit of grunge with the stamp sets that I chose just to give it a bit of something, as I didn't want to do like an animal or anything that stamped that and cut that out. So I'm going to take this Timeless Texture stamp set, and I'm going to use most of the stamps in it, and I will use Uncharted Mariner, white pigment ink that I have in my stash. And then I tried to use Stormy Sky, but honestly, it is the exact color of this paper, so it really didn't show up. So that was kind of pointless for me to do that. But I'm not even putting these on a block. I am just inking them up and slapping them down. I like the pops of white on it. It goes with the white embossing powder that I decided to use. So I really do like that. And so if you have any suggestions or things that you'd like to see on my channel, feel free to leave me a comment down below. I'm always, more than willing to try to make something that you have interest in doing. Because sometimes, honestly, I need the ideas once in a while. But I have had requests from people who watch my videos, and I try very hard to, make that happen if possible. So, like I said, if you have any questions or ideas, feel free to leave them down below. Here's that Stormy Sky. You can't even see. I edited it out, but I actually picked up the cardstock and I was like, am I actually even doing anything? So I cut that part out and moved along. And so I'm just adding a little bit more white to give it a good pop. And then in my stash, I also discovered I have this large package of Tim Holtz washi tape. And so I took this skinny silver washi tape and I'm just putting it where the two seams meet, and I'm going to wrap it around the back of this. And I'm just showing you the package. It came, I think, in a Simon Says stamp kit. I honestly don't remember if it was a special one or if it was one of the monthly kits. I just wrapped that around the back. And then in my Valentine's kit, I received some of the Simon Says stamp foam tape. So I used that for this. The backing of this was coming off while I was adhering it down to the back of the cardstock. So it's easy to peel off the backing for it. So that is going to be today's project, guys. I hope that you enjoyed. And as always, I hope that you have a great day.